we've got a pretty easy escalation that dropped for this month. So much so that I'm going to use the same equipment loadout for all 3 levels because it all just works. So all I really need to take with me is gear to set off gas leaks. So the remote taser will do that when it sparks. And then, of course, I'm going to take the breaching charge because that's pretty much probably the most popular use of the breaching charge. I'm also going to take the Krugermeyer because I will need to employ gunshots, and I want something that's not going to get me spotted right away. And since I have beaten this escalation already, I'm going to go in the suit that I unlocked from it. But yeah, the remote taser, the proximity taser, of course, would do the same thing, and the EMP charge would all be able to set off gas leaks. The proximity taser actually might not be a bad alternate strategy for one of these kills. If you haven't unlocked the firecracker thing, the big one, of course, is also good for setting off gas leaks, of course, but that's not user controllable, or it's not timed or anything. Like, it's just you throw it and it kind of goes off when it goes off, so I don't really like that for a repeatable strategy. I'm going to go over to the hostel and get the propane tank out of the kitchen, or whatever you call this room here, and then head over to the target. You don't have to kill him with an explosion in this level. You could use the electrocution phone if you wanted to, but like, this is easy and works. So I'm going to use the double drop trick where I switch to the breaching charge and then press triangle in the inventory menu, so that the propane tank and the breaching charge drop at the same time in the same place. It's a good way, especially if you're being watched like from a distance or whatever, to place a breaching charge without getting your cover blown and lose your silent assassin. Of course, if someone's like right up on you and watching what you're doing, you're going to get in trouble for it, so it's not foolproof. But it works well here. Okay, so, well, made top 60 out of 2,400. I mean, that's not bad. But since there's only one target and no conditions, I'm sure there's people who've been blowing through that in, like, 15 seconds or whatever. Okay, so we've got, for level 2, a second target. He has no conditions, but now our first target has to be killed with an explosion, which is no problem because we just did that. And we're going to kill target number 2 with an explosion also, and it's going to be similarly easy. This is actually the reason we have the remote taser, because I needed a second detonator to make this target work. But yeah, thinking about it, what I'm going to do with this one, the proximity taser would probably actually be a little bit more effective. I might have to go back through and try that at some point, but not right now. So I'm bypassing the hostel right now, because there's a propane tank up here in this work site. Okay, so there's our second target walking away, which is fine. I'm going to crouch here and shoot at that red canister to start the leak, and then throw the taser over there, which will attract the target's attention and make him walk back here. So since it's the remote one, I have to sit here and babysit it and set it off manually when he gets here. The proximity one, that might just be an automated process then. Okay, so I grabbed the propane tank and dropped down. I was going to go through that window, but that asshole's standing there instead. So I'll just go around to the front. Okay, you stay right here for a minute. Just stand right there. Thank you. Okay, so that's our other target down. 2 accident explosion kills. And now it's just the long jog to the exit. My times would be so much better if there was a closer exit. Okay, so for that one... Alright, jumped up from top 60 to top 20. Nice. 114, not bad. Pretty decent for 2 targets. Especially when I have to arrange accidents for both of them. Okay, so for level 3, 3 more targets have been added. It's the whole band. Now we're up to 5 targets total, and every one of them has to be eliminated with an explosion. And accidental explosions if you want your silent assassin rating. Fortunately, that's no problem. Well, I mean, it can be a little bit of a problem. The process to actually take out the band can be a little bit finicky. I had to actually go through it several times to get all to line up just right. I'll try to explain that when we get there. Alright, so for this level, I'm going to go grab the propane tank from the hostel again. I was anticipating the cutscene and ended up covering because I was a little bit early on the button. Okay, so to throw this and get it to stop in the middle behind the band, aim for the middle stool. Like line up the path of travel with the foot of that middle stool, and that will kind of catch it. Otherwise, the propane tank can skip off of the stage entirely. So now we're coming up here to do target number 2, which is just the same as before, shooting the red tank and then throwing the... Okay, the taser landed kind of far away from that tank, didn't it? That could be a problem. I wonder if that's still close enough to detonate that. Yes! Yes, it is. Okay, so now I'm coming over to the window, switching to my gun and switching sides back, and I'm lining up the white dot onto the propane tank so I can quickly shoot that without getting spotted. Now I'm going to grab the propane tank and drop down off of here, and in through the window, which is fortunately vacant, and double drop the propane tank and the breaching charge behind him. Out the window. Boom time. Alright. So that's all the targets down, and now it's just the long jog to the exit again. But yeah, I've done this level especially multiple times trying to get the propane tank with the band to work just right, and it's kind of a thing until you figure out just how to line up the throw so it doesn't go off stage, and so you don't accidentally snap onto one of the band members and knock them out, which is kind of counterproductive. Oh, hey. Went to top 10 for level 3. That is nice. So from top 60 to top 20 to top 10. I like this progression. Okay, well, if you enjoyed this and want to see more Hitman 2 content, give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, and as always, thanks for watching.